Welcome to another IoT Friday. And you saw it correctly, today we don't have Tom, but I'm here with another colleague. Maybe you can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Bob. I'm a software engineer and I'm specialized in IT in sports.
And today we're going to look at one specific sport. Swimming. Why swimming?
Yes, swimming, because we're collaborating with Innosportlab de Tongelreep.
Yes.
And they have a big research facility specialized in swimming. And we're looking into a new swim wearable.
A swim wearable. Why that? So that is why it is IoT. A swim wearable. So we can measure something. We already have it for running. Isn't it there yet?
Yeah, the Innosportlab is researching swimming in a static, high-tech environment.
So that's a research facility.
Yeah, and they have a lot of like 25 cameras above the water, below the water. They have 3D measurements, hydrodynamics, but it's all in the facility itself, and it's not yet available for the bigger audience.
So this is only used for top athletes to measure how they're doing and how they can improve?
Yeah, the best swimmers of the Netherlands have the opportunity to be measured in the facility. And yeah, they have a lot of knowledge accumulated of those swimmers, and they want to know more information about the rest of Netherlands.
Okay, so now every time you do a measurement it takes a lot of time and then also knowledge to understand what the results actually mean. And now this is being researched on how to use this in a general sense, or for me as a hobby swimmer, I never swim, but as a hobby swimmer, to use.
Yeah. For example, there are a lot of sensors available for running, like in your shoe.
Yeah.
There is the
watches, GPS, yeah.
There is the connected golf ball.
What does that do?
It is with GPS, and it tells you where your ball is.
Cool.
So especially for the ones that are beginning, they lose the ball a lot,
and they can find it easily.
Yeah.
Cool.
There is the connected tennis racket, but for swimming there are sensors available, but they are not yet valuable enough for the bigger audience to use.
Why not? What do you want to measure and what do these measure?
Yeah, for example, the measurements in swimming have to be very, very accurate.
Okay.
If a swimmer dives from the starting block, the difference between starting from 13 degrees or 14 degrees angle can mean a difference for gold and silver.
So it's losing or winning if you're diving just a little bit different. But you could measure that. If we take the tennis sensor and place it on your chest, couldn't you measure that?
Yeah, there's a lot of difficulties in swimming. For example, the water. GPS doesn't work in water.
Of course.
And it's also very difficult to stay connected with a sensor in the water.
Yeah, we actually tried this. We tried one of those standard off-the-shelf not swimming sensors, and they lose connection if they're only on the water for 5 centimeters.
Yeah.
And what do we want to do? What do we want to measure and bring to everyone else?
Yeah, we want to measure everything they can measure in the research facility, but then available outside that facility.
Okay, so how you're diving, how you're swimming, what are things that you want to learn?
Your speed, your distance, the strokes you're doing, what kind of strokes, all kind of that stuff.
Okay, and now we're researching how to put this in a wearable or a suit, so you can measure that with anyone in any pool around the world to put it in.
Yeah, just as easy as you're putting a sensor in your shoe for running. This has to be available for swimmers.
What are the obstacles in this?
Yeah, like I mentioned, the GPS is not working in the water. The magnetometer, in most of sensors you have an accelerometer, magnetometer and a gyroscope.
Yes.
And the magnetometer isn't usable because of the environment you're swimming in. There's a lot of
concrete walls that you have.
Yeah. So there's constraints on what we can and cannot use. And that makes it difficult to measure the things we want to measure.
So we're not there yet, but we always know we'll probably get there. And I still say probably. So why do we have this collaboration?
Because it's important for the research to collaborate with IT. Because most of the time you see the research is independently researching the sports, and the IT companies are independently trying to make wearables. So the
technology companies make technology and researchers do research.
Exactly.
And now we're combining this to create, to use the knowledge from researchers and the experts on technology, create something that gives the right value instead of just another gadget.
Yes.
Very interesting. I found it very interesting. Thank you, Bob, for joining us on another IoT Friday. Thank you for looking, and I hope you give us tips and questions for the next time. See you.